everyone. So today's video is the beginning of my MALS journey. So if you watched the last video, that was me explaining basically what I had been doing all of February. And this video is all of my vlogs from February, taking you through the process of my consultation with the doctor in the States. So enjoy! Okay, so this is a note to Nikki. You're not putting this into a vlog until we've gone through the entire process. Hey everybody, today is Thursday, February 8th? I think it's the 8th. I don't remember, but I think it's the 8th. And I was just popping in here to tell you what I just did. So, something that I have been considering for a while is the possibility of maybe having MALS, and doctors in my area don't recognize this diagnosis. I haven't even bothered to ask because I just feel like I wouldn't get anywhere with the doctors in my province regarding MALS. And so I've been taking a lot of time just praying and considering my options and whether or not this is an avenue that I want to go down, if it's something that would be worth pursuing. And I feel like this is the right path to take. And so I've been researching like crazy on the different support groups and stuff, and decided to book an online consultation with him. And so I just got off the phone with his secretary, and so they kind of have like a little bit of a checklist, I think, that they go through to see if there's a possibility that you might have MALS to be able to book with him. And I think I at least passed their checklist of what they look for MALS patients. And so I have booked my consult for February 26th. And so I will be meeting with him either over the phone or over Zoom to discuss the possibility of having MALS. And yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. Good morning, everybody. Today is February 26th. It's a Monday. And this is a note to Nikki. This is only going in a later video. So, as I previously mentioned, I am consulting with a doctor down in the States about whether or not I might have MALS. And now I'm also considering SMAS as well, because my CT did show the possibility of SMAS. My barium swallow didn't show it, but I feel like we should just look into it as well. Why not, you know? And so today is the big day. I am having my consult online with this doctor, and over the past couple of weeks I've been gathering all of like my health information and signing forms and making the payments necessary to be able to have this appointment. And honestly, it's been a huge nightmare on the Canadian side with trying to get my test results and everything. It's just a nightmare because they don't typically release it to the patient, they release it to the doctor. And so it's been a lot of back and forth between me and the doctor in the States, and also them and my various doctors here. And so it's kind of been a nightmare on the Canadian side, but his team has been so amazing so far. They're so kind, they're so helpful, and they're so fast. Like, that is something I am not used to, because here in Canada, nothing in healthcare is fast unless it's an emergency. And so I am just so grateful for his team for just being so helpful and being like quick to answer my questions and get back to me on things. So this morning, I am just waiting for their office to open so that I can tell them where they can get the rest of my test results, because we're still trying to get the results from my barium swallow, and that's been like a whole nightmare in itself. But yeah, I feel so much nervous energy. Like, I can't decide where to put myself. Like, I kind of want to shower, I kind of want to do the dishes, I kind of want to do a lot of things, but yeah, I'm excited and nervous because now it feels like we have skin in the game, because in Canada you don't have to pay for things like your consults or anything like that. But going to the States, we don't have American insurance, and so it's all out of pocket. And so now it's like we really took our time to consider this as an option before just jumping into it, because we don't want to lose tons of money on a dead end. And that doesn't mean that this won't end in a dead end, but we're hoping and praying that it doesn't. And so I have just been sitting here, of course, praying about this appointment and what to ask and stuff, and just writing out my symptoms and questions that I have for this doctor. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will update you guys after the appointment and tell you how it goes. Okay, so it is 4 o'clock right now, and my phone call is scheduled, or my Skype call is scheduled to start at 4:30. So I'm just gonna get my laptop and everything set up so that we're ready to go. I currently have chicken defrosting in the microwave that I'm gonna quickly pop into the Instant Pot so that supper is ready when we're done. I totally forgot this is still going. I'm starting to feel kind of nervous. I have like the nervous peas. Just feel like, I don't know, I'm ready for this phone call, and also really nervous, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. So, okay guys, I just got off my call with the doctor, and that was such an informative call. First off, he's so kind and he's so informative and he's so easy to understand, and he was so transparent. Like, we do not get that with doctors here in Canada. He was able to answer all of my questions. He basically confirmed that I most likely have MALS and SMAS. He told me what my angles were for my SMA artery, and they fall well within SMA syndrome. And so that one is pretty much confirmed. Now we're just working on confirming MALS, and so he recommends that the next steps would be to get a nerve block done and to have a duplex ultrasound done to look at MALS. And so now the struggle is going to be getting a doctor out here to do those tests. And also he recommended, I had asked about a feeding tube, and he was like, yes, I do want you to get that. I highly recommend it. And so it's something that I will be pushing for now on my end here, is to get a feeding tube so that we can maybe see if we can improve my SMA syndrome with just gaining weight. Otherwise, we would have to proceed with a surgery for that, and that's something that he was very clear that he didn't want that for me, especially with the MALS as well. He said it's a very difficult recovery if you have SMA surgery, with him anyways, because he does things a lot differently than most people here, because the way he does it has a higher success rate, but it also is a longer recovery. And so he really hopes that if we confirm MALS, he's hoping that he would just have to do a MALS surgery and not also SMA. So that's what we're hoping for as well. And so yeah, you guys, that's crazy. So crazy. But I was gonna share what my angles were for SMA. Sorry, I'm sitting on a stool here making rice. My angles for SMA were 21 degrees was the angle, and my, like, the distance was 4 millimeters. He told me the worst one he's seen is 3 millimeters. I was like, and out here in Canada, they just said, oh, you might have a compression. They didn't tell me the angles or anything. And then I can guarantee you that because my barium swallow came back normal, because the liquids were passing through, I can guarantee that they would have told me that I don't have SMA syndrome, but my angles are well within the diagnosis of SMAS. And so I'm just gonna be saying that I have SMAS, so that is one answer, and the next steps for that is to try and gain weight. So that's what we're gonna try and do. Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, March 11th, and I have some explaining to do to you guys, which I'm planning to film that video today, but in the meantime, I'm trying to work up the nerve to call my GI office, because I guess this is going to be in this video anyways. As you all know, or you will know, I consulted with a doctor in the States about compression syndromes, and he has a couple of tests that he wants to run, but he's hoping that we can book those tests here in like Canada so that we can save money. But the issue is we don't have specific specialists that I can be sent to for these tests, so it's kind of been super difficult to arrange. I thought that I could drop off the reports with my family doctor and he would figure it out, but no, instead he yelled at me. Okay, this is Editing Nikki jumping in here. I felt like I needed to explain just a little bit that yes, my doctor did get upset with me, and I still don't know why he got upset with me, but after the situation calmed down, he did give me some helpful direction. So he kindly told me that my GI should be able to like do these tests for me, like figure out who can book these tests or whatever. But I have like built up a ton of anxiety about calling my doctors or like seeing my doctors. Just like through this whole process, because like you don't know when your doctor is just gonna get upset with you and snap. And I don't like upsetting people in general, but I don't want to upset my doctors because like I don't have very many options, and so if they drop me, then it's square one, and I don't want to be dropped. And so that's been just like super stressful. So I'm trying to work up the nerve to call my GI office and ask for a phone call follow-up, because she did say she was going to follow up with me, but she just hasn't yet. And it sounds like things have gotten more complicated, and that is not what I want, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it in like, I'm gonna sit down and actually explain from like start to finish what's like going on, but I also wanted to include all of my thoughts as they're happening, because I just feel like it's important for you guys to see like my real like feelings and emotions about going through this process here in Canada, because our healthcare system is often like praised because it's like free and stuff, but there is a price to it being free, and that is long wait lists and long lines and having limited specialties. And so I just want to share those parts. That's not to say that I'm not grateful for my doctors. I am very grateful for my doctors, especially the ones that have fought for me. But I also want to make people aware, especially people who are in the same boat as I am here in Canada, here in my specific province, that it's extremely difficult. So, good luck to all of you. But I've got your back. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to give this video a like, and if you would like to follow my journey, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next week. Bye!